Verification tips. Here is a verification checklist. You will need to turn in a complete entire worksheet. You can find the verification worksheet at www.etsu.edu/finaid under the Verification tab. Please read Family Information Section B instructions very carefully. Some of the most common mistakes on the FAFSA and verification worksheet are made in determining household size. Review tips for determining household size on our website. In Section E through G, each blank must contain a numerical value. If the answer is 0, write 0 in the blank. Do not write in the following: a slash, NA, a dash, etc., and do not leave any empty blanks. Students should complete the appropriate verification worksheet based on the dependency status as determined by the FAFSA. Dependent verification worksheet should be completed and signed by both the student and parent. An independent verification worksheet should be completed and signed by the student and the student's spouse if married. Any discrepancies between the information on the FAFSA and the verification worksheet should be explained in writing and signed by the student if independent or the parent if dependent. Further documentation may be required to resolve the discrepancy. Please return all required documents to the ETSU Office of Financial Aid. Federal tax return transcripts will be required. Unless the student used the IRS data retrieval option on the FAFSA and made no changes to the information that was retrieved, dependent students should submit signed copies of their tax return transcript and parents' tax return transcripts. Independent students should submit signed copies of their tax return transcript and spouse's tax return transcript if married. If the IRS data retrieval option is used on the FAFSA, but then changes are made to the data that is imported, only a record of account will be accepted. This will delay your process. Even if the IRS data retrieval option is used correctly, when there is business income or other income that may have been reported in the adjusted gross income, then additional documentation may be required, such as a copy of the Schedule C or CEZ, a Schedule F, or copies of 1099s. If an IRA, 401k, or other pension rollover has been reported on the tax return, please submit documentation to verify that it was a rollover and not a distribution. Incorrectly filed tax returns may result in the need for a 1040-X amended tax return to be filed with the IRS, and after a 6 to 8 week processing time at the IRS, then a tax account transcript or record of account will also have to be submitted. W-2 forms. Submit all W-2 forms for the corresponding tax year. Total of W-2 forms submitted must equal the amount on the wages line of the tax return submitted. W-2 forms must be legible. If you are missing any W-2 forms, you can obtain a wage and income transcript from the IRS. They can be reached at 1-800-829-1040. Verification information, tips, and forms can be found at www.etsu.edu/finaid. There's a selection on the side for verification that will include question and answer format and links to all the verification forms and tips that you will need. Many times the documentation we receive is not complete. Once reviewed, if additional information is requested, please provide it as soon as possible as we process all paperwork in date order, and this could delay your aid. If you have questions, please contact us at the ETSU Office of Financial Aid.